and viewpoints, it's refreshing to have somebody who sticks by their views, even if you disagree with them. It's at least refreshing to have somebody that actually, this is what I believe. It's great, you know. Instead of, hey, let me check what the latest poll is, and then I'll tell you what I think.
That I appreciate. What they said of Oliver Wendell Holmes, by the way, when he passed on, one of the great English barristers, I can't remember what, in an age when there are a lot of opinions, gee, what do they mean by that? It's reword, how, you know. So they said of Oliver, he said of Oliver Wendell Holmes, he wrote with such wonderful clarity that when he was wrong, he was clearly wrong. You knew exactly what it was. Wait a minute, what was, you know, no obfuscation, no hedging, so you don't quite know what the opinion is about or something. That's wonderful. So I take that as a enormous compliment.
Well, I'll give you one more.
Try.
I don't want to get too carried away here, but
No, don't.
the other thing is that you take responsibility for yourself,
I try.
for what you do, for what you eat, for and so on and so forth. When we live in an age where it is just given that you always blame somebody else for whatever's going wrong. Never, ever do you blame yourself. The economy, it's the fault of the politicians. It's somebody. We, the American people, are we greedy? Are we trying to get away without paying taxes or paying for what we get? No, it's not us. It's them.
Exactly.
Right?
It's the other guy.
And so it's refreshing to have somebody who stands up and says, "No, I'm responsible. This is what I."
I also like the
No, Ari, it's your turn.
the idea that if we're made in God's image,
No, we make God in our image.
yeah, well, that's
That's
the
what we
problem.
do.
But I mean, but the idea is that we should be looking at the holiness in the other person, and you're very good about that, by the way.
What?
Look for the best. No, look for the best. Sometimes I mean, I want to be that way, but I fall back a little bit.
So it's better to let Hashem make, it's better to let God make us in His image than we should make Him in our image, God.
Absolutely.
Correct. That's the whole point.
That's
the whole
you were
point.
onto something.
That's the whole point. No, you did is wonderful. Is look
Wait.
for
I'm not on the hot seat tonight.
Look for the best. No, look for the best. But you also have to mix that with it. There's got to be also a measure of integrity, because you know, you got to look at some people.
They still film. They still sell strip film, and or is it all going digital?
It's all digital.
So
He's making a movie right now.
Yeah. Right now he's
You know
doing.
that?
I didn't know you were making.
He's shooting a movie right now.
Exactly.
He's not taking still pictures.
Is that going to be on your YouTube?
So you're
Enjoy
recording for
everybody,
posterity.
make it smile.
It's fabulous. Huh? I think it's great. At some point we'll get tired of it. We'll put it down. We'll actually start talking to each other.
Yeah, show to a happy smile face.
I can't believe that they made you take that thing down from YouTube. That's very funny.
No, I don't think they really did. I think that was his joke. I don't think that's serious.
All right, you might be right.
I say this John's birthday on December 21st, very recently, right? When Eddie come to them, Eddie, thank you being still
Those who know me
both
know.
healthy each other, see each other, how wonderful, right?
Yeah.
And you better keep healthy way, try to the best each other, keep long, live long, then see each other, how wonderful life.
Amen.
Is you have a very important your family, whatever your son, whatever your wife, anybody, but wonderful friend, best friend is how wonderful life too, right?
It's a very great blessing.
Yeah, that's why.
I have one
please
friend from '64.
Please.
Sort of like that.
Take care. Is live long. I wish you enjoy with horrible life is with John too.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, that is mighty. Yeah, I hope.
I mentioned that John once, the famous Mae West quote. Those of you who remember Mae West, remember about her. About it's not the man in your life, it's the life in your man. So the whole point is that It's the life that we.
Yeah.
It's not how long you live.
I saw
is it?
something on
It's
television
in-
about 10 years ago. I think the biography or something like that about Mae West. She was an interesting character. I think she was a star in the 30s or something
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
And
Well, they didn't have the code.
and I remember they made another quotation of her. You know, she said, "When I'm good, I'm good. When I'm not, and when I'm bad, I'm better."
Yeah, right.
Something like that.
And she had a beautiful diamond ring, and she showed it to this girl, and the girl said, "Oh my goodness!" And Mae West said, "Goodness had nothing to do with it."
No, I cannot talk about it. I'm not religious. Religious way, our last of our life, I think is we're not young anymore, right? Is how.
Well, speak for yourself.
No, okay, good. It's I like encourage to you, but realize our our life, how we live. Try to healthy, happy, whatever fun, right? Fun means not bad way. It's healthy way is the best. That's why it's religious way plus then I think is wonderful, but I cannot talk about it. That is I'm not religious way. That's why it's I see there is two friendship wonderful. That's why I wish it's Eddie live. I think it's I wish the same time. How wonderful they life. Otherwise, I think it's a little part of their life, but I think its life is wonderful too. That is my concern. Yeah.
Who's next?
Who's next?
Have you said anything?
Yeah.
No, but
Good.
I would know what to, I forgot what the original thing is we were supposed
No,
to say.
something that sort of makes fun of me, and it's real.
I can't think of
There's
it.
plenty. There's plenty. Come on.
Even though you promised never to talk about it, now's the time to talk about it.
We stick pins in the finger.
Well, the only thing I could think of is just what was already mentioned already about the tendency to sometimes fall asleep, and but that's more of an issue of trying to
No,
reorient
it's been
it.
a lifelong theme of mine. I'm a master of it. That's why everyone should be. A
See,
master of something, and
John, it's what you're talking about. It's our fault. If we were stimulating, we wouldn't fall asleep.
That's right. That's looking for the green hit. I like that one.
It's also a variant on Dan Hicks' song from Dan Hicks and the Hot Licks. How can I miss you if you won't go away?
Exactly.
So the objective of all these mystical paths is to wake up, right? The Buddha is to wake up,
Exactly.
right? Hasid is to wake up, you know. Well, how can you wake up if you don't go to sleep?
Exactly.
If you think you're awake already, how can you wake up? So he knows the deepest secret. Go to sleep, and then you can wake up again.
Very good.
That's the spirit of things.
You project way. Very
Everything is
good.
a metaphor. So when I look at Ed, I say, yeah, you can look at everyone's like a mirror. So I see Ed's going to sleep. I say, I'm asleep. In Ruchnius, he's asleep in Gashmias. So that he wakes up in Gashmias, and I also, you know.
No, we'll have to translate to it. He was saying, everyone's a mirror image. So I'm asleep in this world, and it reminds him how he's got to do better to be awake in the spiritual
In the
world.
higher world, he's awake in the higher world. So I may be awake. I may be awake in the physical world, but I'm
So,
in the
so
spiritual world.
that's what he learned
Very
from
good.
me. So it's very good. Jeff,
This
that's
is a
beautiful.
really deep insight. This is a
That's
significant insight. This is something very significant.
That's right. That's
This is a major revelation. You're laughing at it.
I'm not.
No, I think it's wonderful, actually.
No, it's wonderful. You can find great significance in it.
Yes.
I realize now realize the reason that you're in my house and you sleep all you fall asleep so often. To
To
remind
bring you
me.
enlightenment.
Exactly.
And I'm not kidding.
Well, the greatest image of the Buddha is when he's sleeping, like this. It's like that's the image.
Today is very like a family, small is a family. we like more like very close like that. It's I remember my birthday party. A lot of people. He's gonna happy. Just the little people happy. That is I don't know. But we comfortable way with each other conversation. Wonderful. I feel like
Yeah,
it.
that's right. Because I remember
Very
a year
good.
ago here, we had a lot more people. It was
We
not
remember,
quite.
right?
It was not
Well,
quite the same.
well,
You know.
I didn't start
Yeah.
it.
That's a good.
Yeah, very good.
Because that's a good
Comfortable
point.
way. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Same like similar heart and we conversation very open way. I think it's wonderful. I feel like compared to last year than this year very good.
Yeah, I agree.
77 is the
Very
year.
good point.
77?
Yeah, this is 77, which is a beautiful number.
It's a wonderful number, yeah.
77 is 14 in the
He's
Hebrew
77?
for yard, hand.
Yes, he is.
You look wonderful still.
Because,
So he walks, walks all over. He goes
Yeah.
walks miles.
because yard, I think our mission is to be God's hand in the world.
77. How
That's the point. I mean,
look wonderful. Very
They
nice.
tell me the much you have yourself.
Yeah, very good. I'm so glad that you're still very healthy. Very
He
good.
has a little problem, but it'll be all right. He'll be all right.
no, that's going to go away. By the way, tonight on the way home, I have to just pick up two things that won't be. So,
Yeah, sure.
to get rid of this extra water that's been piped. That's all. So,
But there's I used to hear a little bit of mysticism, if you want to. So you know who the Baal Shem Tov was, the founder of the Hasidic movement. So he was a great mystic, and he had a whole thing. Not only him, but other mystics, Jewish tradition, and other tradition, and other mystical tradition. That everything that happens to you, nothing is a coincidence. Everything out is within. So it's like whatever you see outside is something within. So everything is a mirror. So whenever you see something that makes you upset, in some way the thing that you're seeing in the other person that's upsetting you, you've done the same thing, maybe in a different way, at a different time. And like you look at people and they upset you, it's like you have to know that they're a mirror for you. Like your wife is a mirror for the husband. And there's all these. So this is developed. This concept is. So the whole world is like you can read the world, and you can see it reflects back. It reflects back. Your children, your family, your business, it all reflects back onto you. Whatever you see out is really in. But you have to know how to interpret. You have to know how to. You have to be aware of that, and you have to know how to find that within what you see outside. That way, so whatever makes you angry is a sign of something in you, and whatever makes you happy is also a sign of something that's good in you. You know? And it's a whole way of it transforms your whole life, the way you look at life if you understand this principle.
no, it is.